afternoon, everyone. This is Eric, the Rural Xer, here with you in a parking lot just outside of a bank here in Pickens County. Actually, it's very close to downtown Jasper, community bank of Pickens County. Just sitting here trying to get set up and get ready to go on a little driving tour in and around Jasper, Georgia, and the Pickens County area to see what we can get into and what kind of sites we can see, historic sites, abandoned sites. So come along and join us on this beautiful Saturday afternoon, January 22nd, 2022. Very beautiful. Skies are blue. Finally cleared out. All the rain and the precipitation that we've had for the past week off and on has finally moved out, and we've got some blue skies now, but it's still relatively cold. Right now it's about 37 degrees, and we're just fixing to go on a little tour. So I'm kind of bundled up in a hoodie and fixing to go out and just drive around and see what we can get into. So come along and join us if you will. We are now downtown Jasper, right off of Main Street, North Main Street, just sitting up the street from this old Woodbridge Inn tower. I don't know if this tower is even still being used or not as a water tower, but it's pretty famous and pretty well known around here to locals in the area. It's a feature of downtown Jasper that's been here for quite a number of years. Probably, I'm sure, as long as the town itself has been here, that water tower has been here. Now, whether it's, like I said, whether it's still being used or not, I don't know. Someone can tell us whether it has or not. But there's the water tower, and then just right there, just past where that car is coming out at, there is the old Woodbridge itself, the wood bridge. There's an actual wood bridge that is still being used to this day. Let me see if I can zoom in on it. That's about as far as I can zoom in on it, but we'll walk over there here in just a few minutes. I was just sitting here in the car and I'm going to show you. But that monument that's sitting right there, that's an actual monument. I'll show you what it says here in just a minute. I think, if I'm not badly mistaken, it is, well, I'm not going to say, because whatever I say is probably going to be wrong, so I will just leave it as a monument, and we'll go over and find out what it is here in just a minute. Oglethorpe Monument. That's what I thought it was. And this is the plaque that they put out here for the monument. And it tells of a 38-foot monument. Was designed and dedicated in 1930 by Colonel Sam Tate of Georgia Marble Company as a tribute to General James Edward Oglethorpe, founder of the colony of Georgia. Attendees included Governor Lamartin G. Hardman and other prominent dignitaries. It was carved by James Watt from Cherokee marble quarried locally. These quarries are the largest in the United States. The monument was located 10 miles east on Mount Oglethorpe. And I think that is the mountain that is right behind where we live. We actually have a very good view of that mountain, if I'm not badly mistaken. It's where all the towers sit up there close to, maybe even part of it sits within Big Canoe area. Now, I had to back up clear across the street to get this whole thing in here, because like the plaque over there said, it was 38 foot tall, so I had to back up clear across the street to get the whole thing in there. And as you can tell, the old water tower for the city of Jasper standing majestically right there next to it. Downtown Jasper is a very beautiful place. They've done a lot of improvements over the years, and I'm proud to live here and call this my home. And here's the old wood bridge. And as you can tell, it went over the main railroad line coming into Jasper, because right down there below, as you can see, is the railroad tracks. So this is where the railroad would come, and the wood bridge served as I'm sure a pedestrian and traffic bridge to go over the railroad tracks and probably back over to that inn over there. Now that has not, from what I have been told, has not always been called the Woodbridge Inn. I'm not going to say what the history of it is because I don't know. I'm sure that people can give us all the history in the comments below. So I'm just going to leave it at that. I do know since I've been down here, it was running as a restaurant. I don't think it is being used as a restaurant at the time. I don't know if they are going to be using it as a restaurant anytime soon, the new owners. I do think that they are using the inn, which is just over to the right of that building. I think they are using it because I was by there the other day and there was some cars in front of it. So I do think that they are using that as a motel, inn, whatever you want to call it. But I don't think that the restaurant part is being used unless it's being used as a restaurant just for the people who are staying at the motel. So I'm going to leave it at that. The Kirby Quinton cabin, probably a early 19th century cabin. You can read about the history of it if you want to. You can pause the video and read the history of this cabin. But it was actually originally constructed between Jasper and Tate area, as you can tell by where it was originally constructed at. As the plaque here says, in the 20th century, public officials and educators saved the cabin, reconstructing it and moving it to Jasper. Today the cabin serves as a house, museum, and education center. And there's a little bit of a sidebar of the history of the cabin. And here's the actual cabin right here. Trying to get here where the sun's not glaring right into the lens. So, and then right next to it is another historic thing. Everyone around here knows about this. This is the first county jail, Pickens County, or I may be wrong, it may be Jasper. Let's go over and take a look at that. Actually, I was right. It is the old Pickens County Jail, but I didn't want to misspeak and then have to correct myself, but it is the old Pickens County Jail. I was just making sure of that. This is the plaque for it, but this was used for many years as the county jail. And here is I'm gonna have to get around here where I can get the whole thing in, because it is quite large. And as you can see, the front of it is actually hewn out of Georgia marble. So quite beautiful in its own right. Some might not think so. Some that stayed here unintentionally, but it is quite historic and quite beautiful in its own right. You know, here's a shot looking south up Main Street. We're at North Main Street, right across from the jail that I was just at, and looking south down Main Street of Jasper. I almost forgot to get a shot of this, but this is the Very beautiful downtown, but very historic. It's been around for quite a while. And again, my hometown. And this is the Woodbridge Inn portion of that site that I was talking about earlier, and it does look like it's being used as a motel right now. So I was right. The inn portion, or the motel portion, is being used as a motel, but the restaurant portion, which is right around over here, is not. I don't think it's been open yet. I think they are looking to possibly open it eventually, again under new ownership, but I'm not real sure about that. I will find out more information and let you know. Now, right down the street from where I was at, I'm closer to actually Midtown, downtown Jasper, and we're looking across Main Street towards the courthouse, as you can see. And this is probably one of the few courthouses, well, I don't know if there's other courthouses made of marble, but this is Georgia marble, quarried right here in Pickens County, Georgia. A lot of the marble that has been mined out of those mines and all, which is in the southeastern part of the county, has been used for structures around here, plus a lot of monuments around Washington, D.C. and other parts of the country. I've seen some of the drawings, some of the pictures of some of the places that Georgia marble has been used, and there's been a lot of places that Georgia marble has been used. A lot of in fact, of the monuments that are in Arlington National Cemetery are of Georgia marble. The same type of marble that you see here on the facade and around the sides and everything of Pickens County Courthouse. Here's a shot of the cemetery. My back is right now to Jasper United Methodist Church, which is right directly behind me, and we're looking through the cemetery right here. Thought this was a very pretty shot right here. Plus, this is a very historic cemetery, and I think a very historic part of Jasper and Pickens County. And that flag waving majestically over there with Sharp Mountain right directly behind it. What a beautiful shot. Now I made it over here to the Home Depot. I had to come over and pick up a couple of things, and was fixing to leave and get my camera rig set back up, and after running into the store and pulled over here to get it out, and I noticed this beautiful scene right here, these mountains. Looking across, this is looking back towards Jasper, downtown Jasper, and the mountains and all back there, absolutely beautiful. You couldn't ask for a better scene right there. And then this right there is where I'm zooming in at, I think is Oglethorpe Mountain, where that monument was set up at. I think it was getting vandalized or something up there, is the story that I was told or heard, if I remember this right, and if I don't, if this is wrong, please correct me in the comments below. But anyway, the story that I was told was that it was getting vandalized and destroyed up there, so they ended up taking it down and bringing it down to the city of Jasper and erecting it down there, down the street from the courthouse where it's at now, there on Main Street. So I think this is the place where that Oglethorpe monument was actually originally erected, right there on that top of that mountain. Right, I'm gonna get my finger out here, right there, as you can see. And of course, it's throwing it out of focus. Sorry about that. But what a beautiful sight. What an absolutely beautiful scene right there. Going along the back side of the airport here, on my way back from going to Home Depot, I thought I'd swing by the airport. This was one of my favorite places to go. I hadn't been up here in years, but actually had taken flying lessons down at Cherokee County Airport years ago, back in the late 90s and early 2000s. But then, of course, 9/11 happened, so therefore I was kind of waylaid on that, and had ended up getting married and decided that flying just wasn't for me, for someone who just got married and had a wife and all. So, wow, I'm not sure I'm supposed to be out here. I better back up. Because I do know the markings of an airport, and that is a taxiway right there. I think I came through some barriers. A plane. Well, this would be a fine time to be flying. Couldn't ask better flying weather. Cool. And planes want to climb like a, as my dad used to say, a homesick angel. Thing's so small and light, it didn't even take up half the runway. Yeah. Now we're at a place called Robert P. Jones Community Center, which is part of Roper Park. Anyone who's ever lived around in and around Jasper, Georgia, or Pickens County, I'm sure has heard of Roper Park. It is a community park just south of downtown Jasper off of Refuge Road, right across from Pickens County Middle School. What the interesting backstory behind this is that it's actually built on a former airport. Years ago, my dad, when he was still alive and flying, probably way back in the 60s, maybe early 70s, somewhere in there, used to fly down here and land. I think it was only a little grass strip down through here, right through this valley, right where all this development has come up. Past probably 15, 20 years that this park has been built. It's a very nice community area down here for all the residents of Pickens County. But it was actually built on a former airport. And probably a lot of people doesn't realize this or even know it. So we're just going to take a little quick driving tour around here, and I'll show you some of the area around here. Here's the actual community center. I'm driving just past it right now. Zoom back out here. This is the side of it. I don't know what's going on right here right now, but there's something going on. There's a lot of people who's coming into the place and all right now. So I'm just going to drive on out through here, and I'll show you the rest of the park down through here. And here's the Club Teen Center. It's another building that I don't know exactly how long it was built, but it's a place for people to come and hang out, teens, kids, and all. So this is it here, and on down past it is just some fields and stuff like that, and just a play area down through here. On past here. Now this is some fields, and as you can see, there are some ball fields across from this field up there on the hill, just a little bit, baseball, softball fields, and all. And on up ahead is some playground area and all. And but all of this used to be part of that grass strip airport at one time, from what I was told, right through here. But Roper Park used to be what used to be down here was an airport with a grass strip, and I thought that was very interesting, and I thought I'd just get some footage of it down through here. But we're coming up on some playground equipment and stuff through here, and there's another ball field, as you can see, back over there. But yeah, this looks like it would probably been at one time long enough to have been an airport. Yeah, this is where I guess the Pickens County Airport probably was to start with, until it was moved out to its current location now. But of course, this was just a very small airport and a grass strip, like I said. At the site of the old bargain barn just south of downtown Jasper. This is where it originally opened at. They sold a lot of sporting goods, guns, hunting equipment, camping equipment, clothing, and it was here for a number of years until they moved it out to where it was at off of Camp Road near the airport. But this is the original side of it. Not much left of it, because after they moved out, it became a church. And then the church caught fire and it burnt the whole place down. And this is pretty much all that was left of it. Of course, they've cleaned it up quite a bit. And the only thing that's left is some trailers back over there, as you can see. And back over here is a vault, I think, where they probably kept all the guns at. You can see it over those weeds right there. That was the other end of it. I'll get a little bit more footage from the car here in just a minute. And here's the other part of it that I wasn't able to get back over there. Right there's the vault that I was talking about earlier. And then it just goes on over to over here just a little ways, and I think then pretty much ends about right in there, probably where it ends at. Not much left of the old bargain barn, because like I said, quite a number of years ago it burnt down after they had moved out to their, well, I would say current location, but now they've gone out of business, but off of Camp Road out near the airport. This brings us to the end of our little tour of my hometown, Jasper, Georgia, and the surrounding area of Pickens County. I hope you've enjoyed this little tour and some of the little unknown facts that I've included in this video of some of the sites that we visited. As you can tell, I'm in different clothes than I was when I done the intro for this video. That's because whenever I done the intro, it was Saturday, and today is Tuesday, and I didn't get as much video footage as I would have liked to have Saturday, so I was planning on doing it Sunday, but then things come up around the house and I just wasn't able to do it. And by the time I had time to go back into town, the sun was already starting to set, and so I wasn't able to do it then. And then Monday I had a dental appointment in the afternoon, and I wasn't able to do it then. So today is Tuesday, and I ended up having to finish this up after I got off work. So now the sun is starting to go down, as you can tell by the lighting around me. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this little tour. If you did, give the video a like. And if you like more content like this, please subscribe to the channel. And if you want to help support this channel and the work that I do, you can visit my Patreon page. I'll put the link to that in the description below, along with the links to my other social media sites, Facebook and my Instagram accounts, where you can keep up with me between videos, and you'll be the first to know when I upload new videos. So until next time, we'll see you later, and God bless, and have a great evening.